What's up, everybody? Guys, today we're gonna have amazing 30 minutes together on our webinar. So majority of you guys can see us already. I see a lot of people, they join in the room, so which is awesome. Guys, I have today my amazing friend, and today we're gonna have an awesome 30 minutes. As I say, we're gonna discuss today some amazing strategies for the PPC. We're also gonna tell you today a couple more about our promotions that are upcoming. We have upcoming events soon, so we're gonna give you all these details. So guys, we're already live, so everybody's joining. Please, guys, welcome Mina Elias. He is my good friend, and I want to introduce you. He is a PPC genius. So today we're gonna discuss about all we can do together to grow our Amazon business. Mina, welcome.
So I don't know about PPC genius, but it's a very strong word. But thank you, man. Thank you so much for having me, Dima. I'm very excited. Also very excited to see you in Austin. That's going to be an amazing event. I know Rise is coming up soon. I'm very excited. I love Austin. City is like very full of energy. A lot of cool people there. I saw the speaker lineup. It's going to be a very strong lineup of speakers. So I'm very excited.
Yeah. Thank you so much for mentioning that. That's going to be a second mastermind that we're putting together, and majority of our speakers, it's active Amazon sellers, same as me and you. It's guys who come in with specific strategies and ideas and SOPs, guys, for you that will help you to improve your Amazon business, definitely. So coming to the events like this will just grow your knowledge about Amazon and about e-commerce. So coming to November, we have November 4th till November 6th in about like less than 3 weeks. So I'm really excited to we'll see everybody in Austin, and also we're gonna have amazing party there and barbecue. So it will just come all together.
I love it.
Speaking nowadays about Amazon, there's lots of changes going on for the last few months. And this year we really change a lot of things in how we operate our Amazon business, how we launch products. Some things went well, some things will completely destroy the strategies. So today we're gonna be primarily focused on what we can do with the paid advertisement, what we do with the Amazon. So Mina, what's your point of view on what's going on with Amazon nowadays?
Amazing. So my reason for the talk in Rise, I called it how to do PPC like a boss. And it's not it's not like how to do it like a boss in that sense, but it's actually how to do it like a boss, as if you're the owner of the business, and you're a leader or you're a manager. And so in a lot of my talks, I share everything. And I tell people, okay, this is how you're going to do the launch. You're going to do the auto campaigns, broad phrase exact. You're going to optimize the bids. This is how I optimize the bids. This is what to look for. And I give a very high amount of detail on the step-by-step, on exactly how to manage things. But the reality is most people are not going to do this because I don't know if you guys read the book, like Who Not How, or any good leader will tell you, you're not going to do everything, but you're going to hire the right people to do everything. But that also does not remove you from, remove your responsibility from how to manage those people and keep them accountable. So, the reason I got to this conclusion is because when I was managing PPC just for my brand or my couple brands, it was easy. I was eventually, when I got really good, I was able to stay on top of it. And then I hired someone and he was able to manage everything. But when I got to a point where I was an agency now and I'm managing, 15, 20 different accounts, I needed a way to manage PPC like a boss, because I could not be the guy that's in there that is looking at every single detail and every single keyword and optimization. But I needed to develop a way where I can oversee, where if, let's say, I hire an agency, I can keep them accountable. And I just hired a Facebook ads agency, and I did the same thing. It's I'm not in there, I'm not looking at the creatives, they're launching all this stuff, but I have some sort of dashboard and KPIs and measurements to hold them accountable. Say, what are you doing? What are the different levers that we can pull? So I don't know if I can share my screen. Dima, if you let me share your screen, I'll show an example.
Yeah, of course. Just a quick question for you, Mina. Look, so majority of the guys who come into the Rise event, like from our statistics, they do 3 million per year, the minimum, you know. So we have kind of advanced people coming to the event, you know. So at what level you already feel like, hey, you know, like I have to let things go, you know, like, or, you know, like what would be the best solution that I want to be as a owner of the company. I want to be aligned with the process. I want to make sure that people who I hire, they're doing great job, because you never know like how well they optimize. I hired before many agencies, like a lot of them just completely failed, especially when I hire people from Pakistan and Bangladesh. I have nothing against these guys, you know, but they just promise a lot, and the moment you give them account, you know, they're just gonna burn the money. They're gonna like completely set up unique strategy, you know, in your PPC, and you feel like you completely like fallen from the cliff. So what's the main metrics, or like what's your idea for the owner to be involved in the process, like step by step, you know?
So first of all, I love your question. When is, you know, if you're doing 3 million, or you're doing 500,000, you're doing 250,000, when is the right time to give up? And I would say as soon as you can afford it, because as soon as you can afford to give something up, and as soon as you've built in some sort of KPIs and dashboards, and you're able to keep someone accountable, then you can pay them and they can take care of it. And then as a business owner, you move to the next thing. So for example, as soon as I was able to give up PPC, I started focusing on Facebook ads. As soon as I was able to give up Facebook ads, I'm focusing on Google or YouTube or whatever is the next thing, better supply chain, better products. And so I think us as a leader, as a business owner, it's two things. You're either focused on growth and growing the next thing in the next channel, or also, you know, you eventually hire and you stay in your zone of genius. So Dima, maybe your zone of genius is to create products. And so you stay in that zone, and you've created a business, and you've hired a CEO to run the, you know, manage everything. You've hired a COO, you've hired a CFO, but then you are the best, you know, product inventor. And so you stay in that zone of genius. So my answer would be, as soon as you can, don't worry, Bogdan, I'm gonna get to the KPIs in a second. But as soon as you can afford to give it up, and as soon as you're confident that you can keep these people accountable, then I would say give it off. Now, let's talk about PPC,
you know,
because
I want to add something to this conversation as well. We got like at the previous event, we got this guy, he was doing like the 9-figure a year, and he gave amazing speech about how he built a team and how he organized the processes. And what I really like about what he said there, it's the moment you do a job that, okay, let's say you have five ASINs, you know, like each ASIN is like, how much it costs, like PPC agency, like $200, $250 to manage. So it's okay, it's roughly around, I don't know, like if you have 5 SKUs, you know, it's around like $1,000 a month. So if you as an owner, you know, start to do this job, you know, then potentially you evaluate your salary at $1,000 per month, you know. So
exactly.
maybe for you as an owner, as you saying, you know, like it's better to focus on a higher level task. Like maybe you're gonna show right now, like the KPIs, you know, the ability to impact with the knowledge on a process, you know, like, and making sure the guys that you let the task, they doing the great job. This is the question, you know, like how to make sure they're doing a great job, you know.
Yes. And so yeah, now that we covered that, I'm gonna go into the metrics. So let's break down PPC, because it's not magic. First of all, you're launching campaigns, you're getting impressions, and this means that your ads are showing up in different places on the different pages, different search terms. So you're getting impressions. Then you have a certain click-through rate. So based on your click-through rate, those impressions will convert to a certain number of clicks. And then you have a conversion rate. So based on the conversion rate, those number of clicks is going to convert into a sale. And then you have one more metric that you want to keep an eye out on, which is your cost per session. So first of all, you're gonna the levers that we can pull. Number one, we can launch more campaigns. That's gonna increase the number of impressions. Number two, we can improve our main image, our reviews, and our pricing. That is gonna increase our click-through rate. So we're gonna, for the same number of impressions that we're paying for, we're gonna get more clicks. Then you're gonna improve your listing, images, reviews, pricing, the bullet points, enhanced brand content. That's going to improve your conversion rate. And so that's kind of the funnel. Now, the final metric, which is your cost per session, this is where you can improve your PPC by, making sure that every keyword you're launching has a profitable ACOS. You're not spending and getting clicks with no sales. And so that metric, and so those are the high level metrics. Those are the high level KPIs that whatever you do, it's all going to flow down. It starts from impressions into clicks, into conversions, and into the cost per each session that you're getting. So now that we've covered that, this is what a dashboard, when I say manage like a boss, this is what a dashboard looks like for me. And when I'm looking at my PPC, this is all I'm seeing every week. There's a couple other metrics I didn't include in here, but I'll include it again. But you'll see I have the spend, the sales, the units, the sessions, unit session percentage, which is the conversion rate, the total ACOS, which is, the percentage that we're spending on advertising, sale price. I like to keep the sale price here so I can see, you can see like, it's 35 here and then it was 37. How did the conversion rate change? Amazon fees, cost of goods, and then the profits. And then obviously that's the most important metric. There's two other metrics I didn't include here because I recently added them. This is like a little bit old, but it's the click-through rate and it's the cost per session. So the click-through rate is another metric because, again, guys, you can hire a PPC agency and you can say, okay, go and run it. And I'm running. I'm launching impressions, getting more and more impressions, but the math doesn't add up because, 100,000 impressions is going to cost you $100. And from those 100,000 impressions, if your click-through rate is 0.1%, you're only going to get 100 clicks, and your conversion rate is 10%, you're only going to get 10 sales. So you're spending essentially, $100 to get 10 sales, and the math is not adding up for you. And so that's why, for me, it's very important to look at all of those metrics. And at the same time, I'm looking week on week. So I can see here, the spend was like this, the spend is now like this. And I can see, oh, there's a couple of days we turned off PPC completely. The sales was like this, and now the sales are like that. I can see the sales went up a little bit, even though I cut the spend completely down. Number of sessions, okay, we got 200 more sessions, but our conversion rate significantly dropped. And then I can see, total ACOS, and the most important metric for me always to look at is the profit, because it doesn't matter what your ACOS is, doesn't matter what your total ACOS is, doesn't matter what all this other stuff is, how much money is going to come in your bank account. That's what matters at the end of the day. So if you tell me, Mina, I want a 10% ACOS, I say, okay, cool. And you're going to get $500 profit. But I say, if you give me 22% ACOS, I'll get you $2,000 profit. The answer is pretty simple, like what you're going to do. So this is, I just wanted to share that to show you guys, like, this is, when I go and talk in Rise in the conference, this is what I mean by how to manage PPC like a boss, is understanding the full flow, understanding your different metrics and the different levers that you can pull. And remember, at every segment KPI that I talked about, the first KPI is impressions. How do you increase that? What's the lever that we can pull? It's launching more campaigns. It's increasing the bids on the campaigns. It's increasing our top of search placement so we can get more visibility for those keywords. Okay, then we go to click-through rate. I already covered the things that will affect the click-through rate. Then we go to the conversion rate. I already covered the things that will affect the conversion rate. And then we go to the cost per session, which is the cost for every single unique Amazon account that how much you're paying to get that person into your listing. And then, how can we improve that cost per session? Well, where are we spending a lot of money unnecessarily? Where's the ACOS too high? Where are we getting clicks and no sales? Where is our placement not optimized? So we're showing up in the rest of the search, but if you show up in the top of the search first page, your click-through rate becomes 10 times more. Your ROAS becomes 3 times more. And I just audited an account yesterday, and it's very clear. If you go right now, go to some of your campaigns and look at the placements in the placements tab. And if you notice that in your top of search first page, you have a much higher click-through rate and you have a much higher ROAS, well, that should be a signal to you. You need to show up much more for that placement. You need to spend more money for that placement because it's going to convert a lot better. And so that's kind of a bird's eye view and a general overview of what I'm going to cover in Rise. And obviously, we're going to go in a lot more detail. But the goal here is to, how do I wake up in the morning and I look at my advertising? Because on Amazon, guys, it's two things. it's traffic and it's conversions, right? You're looking at your advertising and you're looking at your, how can you convert more? And obviously you're focusing on product launches. So you wake up in the morning and how can you very quickly in 15 minutes say, okay, how is my advertisements performing? And this dashboard is how I do it for so many different accounts. And I don't just hand off stuff to account managers and say, oh, take care of it. It's like I wake up in the morning and I say, okay, what happened week on week? A lot of people also send a snapshot, or they look at a snapshot, or they look at the average the last 30 days. But it doesn't matter the last 30 days, right? Because because 7 days ago and 14 days ago and 21 days ago, I did an optimization, did another optimization. So why do I care about the last 30 days? What I care about is the week on week progress. What I care about is the month on month progress. So I want to see, in January, or we're in October right now. So I want to see, how were we in July, and then how did we become in August, and then how did we become in September? And I want to see the change, and I want to see a constant improvement. And sometimes also seeing your conversion rate and your click-through rate, it signifies, the issue is not with the traffic. The issue is not that we're not able to, the issue is not with the PPC. The issue is with our product. Maybe we had a lot more competitors come in. Maybe it's Q4, and Q4, a lot of people right now in Q4, I'm seeing a lot more clicks, a lot more spending, and a lot less sales, because everyone knows, just wait 1 month and you're going to get the best deals ever, right? Because in 1 month it's going to be Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Everyone is going to give you these crazy 35% discounts and all of this stuff. So there's a lot more people right now coming and clicking and not converting. So it's things like that if you don't see week on week what's happening, you say my conversion rate was 35%, now it's 25%. That's the issue. And all you're doing is going to look at your campaign manager and you say, okay, show me the last 30 days. And you're looking at a line and you're seeing, okay, the spend is going down or the spend is going up. It's not a complete image. And so that's why, I named this as, how to manage PPC like a boss, is because you don't have time to dive into all the metrics. But if you have a dashboard with all of the analytics there, it's easy to see.
I have a question for you. So let's say we have two different strategies, that works that works all the time, and let's say on each strategy we have some additional things to add, but let's split two strategies completely, like a launching of the product, and maintaining the product or growing the sales, So when you launch the product, like with the PPC, there's lots of people who launch products with PPC. There's lots of people who launch products with the giveaways. So let's say we have a budget, and let's say we can do giveaways of 10 units per day for the next 20 days, which is 200 units, approximately each unit, roughly like $15, So we're talking about $3,000 budget for the launch, like the simplest one. So generally speaking, we can spend this money also on PPC. Would you more focus on spending $3,000 in the next 20 days on PPC only, or you will combine this and all of what's your idea of organic PPC and this strategy of giveaways and all that people do?
Yeah. So the issue that I see with the giveaways, and I've done PPC alone and PPC with giveaways, and it's undeniable that PPC with giveaways is always gonna, it's gonna work more, right? Because you're telling Amazon that your campaigns and everything is working more effectively than it actually is. The problem that I see though is because once you turn off the giveaways, it takes a while, and then you kind of, if you're not really sticking up there in the organic, you're gonna slowly start falling down. I don't know if you've seen the same thing, Dima, but it's like the giveaways work and they get you up there, but then if you're not converting effectively, and if you're not getting the same click-through rate and conversion rate that you were, Amazon is just going to move you back down slowly. Now, not to say that it doesn't work. Ranking work, like using search, find, buy works, and it'll place you up there. And if you can continue to convert, amazing. The thing with PPC is you're going to fall to the level of your PPC. So if you want to do a 50-50 PPC and giveaway, and then when you cut the giveaway, raise the PPC to maintain that velocity, you can do that. But at some point, your PPC is going to have to maintain your velocity. So I just recently did a launch PPC only, and we spent, $500,000, $1,500 a day. We hit $1,500 a day, and we maintained it And at that sales velocity, we were also making $1,500 a day in sales, and then it started going up as the organic rank improved. And then we maintained the organic rank. The PPC was still high. We optimized some of the additional, and then we maintained that high velocity. But the giveaways are only going to help you get that sales velocity, get some organic rank, but you have to maintain that velocity at some point. So it's not magic. It's not, the organic rank is not going to maintain itself without the constant velocity. So if you were using a keyword like electrolyte powder and you did search, find, buy, and you're doing 10 sales a day on electrolyte powder, if you don't, after you end that campaign, the search, find, buy campaign, raise your PPC spend on the keyword electrolyte powder to maintain that same velocity and conversion rate, Amazon will eventually move you down. So that's why you need a combination of both. Budgeting wise, it's a tough question, right? For me, I always say, like, I'll do it like 100 units, 100 to 150 units on my main keyword. And then, and I'll still spend a lot on PPC, and then, cut down the search, find, buy, and then maintain the PPC.
So what's the average click on electrolytes powder, like
cost per click?
Yeah.
Like $3, $3.20.
$3.20. Oh, wow. That's actually not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. No, it's not, it's not crazy. I mean, it gets crazy on the top of search first page. But yeah, I mean, on average, like supplement cost per clicks are like in the $3 range.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
Coffee is like a little bit more. Coffee is maybe like $3.50 or $3.70.
So let's say we discuss a bit of launch strategy, which will have a lot of cool things, like bring into the event, like where different sources of traffic will help you to help, like it's like a wave of traffic with the PPC and everything. So it's not only one leg strategy right nowadays, like to launch a product, it's a bit more complex. But anyway, speaking about PPC only, let's say we're talking about a maintenance of the product. So let's say someone runs the campaigns, everything is like negative, so they're killing the keywords, So what would be for them the best strategy to test waters again, to make sure, hey, like I don't want to waste $500 a day, but at the same time, I still want to be prepared for Q4. What would be your suggestion? Wait a bit right now and just start to push more on PPC when traffic, like you're saying, like people just clicking right now, yeah. So would you wait for the traffic to come up to the level when people convert, or you still will test some, like, and what would be this test?
What I would do is I would, hopefully you already have some sort of idea of what your keyword ranking was, pre this time. And what I would do is I would spend the minimum amount that you can spend on PPC to maintain your position in page one. And then like this way, you're still going to lose money, but you're going to lose less money than you usually would, because you're just spending the bare amount to keep you on page one. And then like at least a week or two before, the Black Friday, Cyber Monday, crank up your bids. You're going to waste a little bit of money on those 2 weeks, but then it's going to help your position stay pretty solid. And then when Black Friday, Cyber Monday, that week hits, you're going to make it back, hopefully, in sales. But you have to maintain that position one, that page one position.
I mean, another question for you. This reports that you was sharing as a KPIs, would you be able to share them at the event of Rise to that attendees who will come to the Austin?
Yeah, I can. I'll create like something where you can just download the two Excel spreadsheets, the one that has the columns and then the one that has a week-on-week calculator. Now, the only issue is it's right now you have to manually fill them in. So I have an employee manually filling it in. I'm coming up with a solution hopefully soon that is going to be a little bit more automated. But for now, I looked at all like PPC software and stuff like that, and I couldn't find anyone that has like these kinds of analytics and covers all of this stuff. So yeah, but I'll share the spreadsheets.
Just let me know what exactly you need, and we can put everything in Sellerise within a week,
Okay, perfect.
At least we can do for you downloads of the report that will be much much easier to implement into the Google Sheets, you know, like, because it's we have around like 30 people right now in our team in Sellerise. So they
Wow.
just they do a lot of optimization and automation for us. So it helps us to automate our Amazon business as well.
That's
so,
amazing.
Yeah, I know. Okay. So look, right now we will take a few questions that we have right now from the people. I don't want you guys to keep you longer, you know, and because I know Mina, you prepared some like cool nuggets for the event, but
Yeah.
unfortunately, this is just a webinar, guys. When you will come to the mastermind, you will have way deeper knowledge on step-by-step optimizations and KPIs. And as Mina say, he gonna share with you some SOPs. And there's many other sellers coming. There's some 9-figure sellers coming who will tell you like some cool ideas about video optimization. And also we're gonna speak about launches and
the Google links.
Exactly. We have some cool stuff that we cannot share publicly, you know, but at the masterminds, and especially we're gonna have black hat contest where last time your best friend Christina won.
Of course she did.
Yeah. There was some cool things, like for instance, I can share with you one stuff that been that I really liked and we implemented that. You know, like each SKU has an NSX report, you know, which is like gives Amazon the ability to track your data, you know, and see all imperfections that you get over the time, you know. So by just simply changing the SKU, you know, like fulfilling this product from another seller account or changing the FNSQ on the product, it
removed all the flaws.
Yeah, it removed all these problems, you know. So for you, it's been a great idea. Also, updating your images or search terms on a weekly basis, so it looks like by like twice a month, you know, like it will help you guys to stay fresh.
I heard about that. The category, download the category listing report and then just change a few things and upload it, and it refreshes the indexation.
Yeah. So look, what I'm trying to say, you know, like coming to the mastermind like that, you guys get into like the best minds together, you know, like for 2 days. We're going to discuss amazing strategies, you know, like it will be like step-by-step ideas and things that you can implement. Some of them will be like more complex. Some will be like easy, like you can just plug and play almost next day, you know, like things like Mina gonna share with you guys. You can just simply take this and take actions. I've seen people who was coming to the event, and there was one guy, you know, he shared with me, they took one strategy, you know, they increased their traffic by 20%, which is get to more and more sales. And it's a big sellers, you know, when we're talking about 20% increase, you know, it's additional like $50,000-$60,000 a month. And you just come into the event for 2 days, you learn, implement, and every 4 months we have such a mastermind. So if you guys have ability to come to Austin in November 4 till 6, you have to book the tickets. You have to come. We're gonna be an amazing Marriott. I'm gonna leave the link Mina has for you guys, a discount code which will give you $300 off the tickets. Just use the coupon code Mina. Just go to www.rise/conference.com. You will see the page, and you can learn more about event over there. It's going to be 2 days. There will be about, I don't know, 10 or 15 speakers.
There's a lot of good topics. I looked at the speakers. I looked at the schedule. It's packed. It's really packed with a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, we also bring in information about how to leverage the content outside of the Amazon, how to bring traffic with the content. We're also going to bring information about how to properly work with the influencers. There's lots of cool ideas and strategies. You know, like sometimes it's very difficult to impress people with the new knowledge, because I know how high level of the sellers is coming. So we're always trying to bring the best ideas and strategies to the group, and especially we're inviting only to speak sellers who currently selling on Amazon, which means they know exactly what they face, and they're launching products on a monthly basis or quarterly basis. So they staying up to date with all the strategies and ideas. And, you know, like we're also discussing problems that everybody facing. It's not like, you know, you come in and you like, there's also the solutions, you know, people comes with the problems and they say, hey, you know, guys, I completely fucked with this 10 SKUs, like I don't know what to do, and sometimes the solution is simple, just discontinue, continue going, there's no magic pills, so coming to the event like that, it helps to mastermind together, and you can get advices right there on the spot from people who know what they're doing, like who has like big businesses, big groups, like big teams, sometimes just operations inside the company. Like you look at the person and say, hey, they're growing 300% a year, why I'm not growing, what exactly I'm doing wrong, you come to the guy like Mina and say, hey Mina, like what should I do, like I spent $3,000 a day on PPC, it doesn't look like it's working, so and the guy with the magic hands with a few clicks, he can say, hey, like, but listen, like just cut off this half of the spend, like you're not gonna, you already put back to your pocket like $45,000. Like,
Yeah, and I've done it before. Like people will come with their laptops, they'll open it, and I'll like jump right in and I'll say, okay, here you go, there's the issues here, and I give them like a list of like 10-15 things to fix, and it's like that simple. I'm more than happy to do it.
Yeah, that's what masterminds is about, it's not about like you just coming to the event and listening for like 1 hour presentations, like it's about like real like in-room working, communications, asking questions, like solving the problems. Sometimes like me I speak a lot about at different events, sometimes I can just tell you directly, guys, I don't know the answer, but I know Mina, he knows the answer, so come to him or come somewhere else, just let's do mastermind, maybe we can just find a solution. So like, like the good example from the last event we did, there was a guy speaking about how to optimize taxes, and this year we hired his company, he saved us $67,000 just in taxes, like just simply, like he was so genius. I can introduce you guys, you can always reach out to me. I'm happy to help and share with you like some contacts that we have at the events. So there's lots of like good people coming, they always share like logistics and PPC guys. So guys, thank you so much for being with us. If you will have some like additional questions, please always don't hesitate to reach out to us. I hope to see every one of you at the event in Austin. Right now we have more than 50 tickets sold. We will have around 70, maybe 75 people. So we have around 20 more tickets. So please come over. We're happy to see you. It's going to be amazing 3 days. Come with the questions, also always when you come to the event, always think like how you can help other guys, because look, when the seller comes to the event, they not only come to share it, but they also ask for your help. So if you're knowledgeable about something like PPC or logistics or conversion optimization, split tests, there's a bunch of tools that we guys bring into you at the event just to help you to optimize work. Because sometimes, like you're working already on Amazon and like, like I don't know how to take more on my plate, I'm already busy like 24/7. So events like that, they help you to optimize your workflow. We see each department differently. Like we just hired the amazing CEO in our company as well, so he helps to organize us, and we're going to share some cool techniques for you guys as well to just scale up your company. Because company that doing $500,000 a month and company who doing 3 million a month, it's completely different companies. It's not just the numbers, it's a structure, it's departments and everything. Mina, listen, I know you're really busy, and I know how it was difficult to put this small webinar together. So I hope to see you in a month. I hope to come to Austin a bit earlier. Maybe we're gonna do some local meetup there just to see everybody and give them amazing shorts like this. Like I will kick you.
Yes.
This short is getting around the community, and I see lots of people like this. We've just been at the $1 billion summit with the Kevin King. It was nice. Everybody went to have fun outside, and then everybody was like a sweat, and we gave everybody shorts, and even our competition was wearing Sellerise t-shirts. It was fun. Everybody just was taking pictures like crazy.
That's
okay, guys. Yeah, Mina, if you want to add something else, please do it.
No, I just want to say, guys, you know, it's thank you to Dima for putting this stuff together. And I know you put a lot of work and you make sure that the quality of the people that are coming to the event is very high. So, you know, I look forward to seeing everyone there. I'm gonna be in Austin. And honestly, like one thing that I do, and I don't know if I told this to people, but I actually show up to the conference. And every month I focus on like you know, 3 goals, one for mainly for the brand, and the conferences is where I get my goals. So I'll like take 12, you know, take like 12 different notes. Like this guy says, you know, maybe like you need to do this, and this one says you need to explore YouTube. And then I have this list, and every month at the beginning of the month, or like, you know, before the month ends, I look and I say, what's the next goal of things that I should do that's going to add the most, you know, revenue to my business, and I implement that next thing. And so, you know, if you don't know where to go, or if you don't have a very clear direction for your business that you know will increase your revenue, for me, that's where I go, is conferences. I go and I talk to people. I say, what are these people doing that I'm not doing, or I need to focus on? And that's kind of my next goal, and my next goal, and my next goal.
Yeah, I love it, Mina. You know, like we also do a similar thing. We every month we're thinking, okay, how we can add asset to our company in terms of either traffic or extra products. So this helps us to increase the profitability on a daily basis. And okay, how we can increase profitability by $300 per day, like $500 per day. And these small tweaks everywhere, they help company to grow, you know, like and expand products. And sometimes you feel like, hey, I hit a ceiling already with this product, you know, like I don't know what to do else, you know. So you consult with other people. You come, you know, every time I go to the event, I'm always so motivated. So
Me too. Me too.
as you know, like how many I visited events, I know how many events you visited. I see you everywhere as well. So guys, I will be happy to see you at the Rise event in 1 month. So I'm sure it's gonna bring you like additional knowledge, and you're gonna raise as a company on Amazon. Thank you guys for being with us. Let's stay in touch. Have a good day.